Okay, here's today's video then. So I wanted to just do a quick kind of test. I've got my HX Stomp Eric Heft lead preset that I was using yesterday, a really kind of juicy lead tone, quite dark, quite sort of on the edge of fuzz. It's got a compressor in there, it's got a lot of drive, it's like a Dumble tone, but with the tone rolled off. So sort of Eric Johnson-ish lead tone is my kind of touchstone. It's one of the presets I use the most. And so I've turned off the gate at the start of it, I've turned off the reverb and the delay, and I've captured that into the Quad Cortex, and I've profiled it in the Kemper, and the only thing that I've got on the preset is a little bit of a noise gate when I've actually gone to play the guitar through it, because it's obviously a lot of drive. Here's the sound examples for your comparison. question for me is which of those was more accurate, and to me I think there's something about the original kind of sound that neither really captures. There's something about that fluffiness and that rawness that they don't really get, and I don't know whether that's something to do with the kind of the way that the tone changes over time, maybe. I don't know how well the Kemper can capture like the bloom of a note, or the Quad Cortex. I know the Quad Cortex, I'm fairly certain, because of the way that Doug's talked about not being able to capture a fuzz. I think this one's sort of based on sort of a tiny snapshot which doesn't allow for changes over time. So even in that kind of first transient of the note to the, you know, in the next part of the note, the HX Stomp has kind of sag characteristics and all of that stuff. I'm not sure whether either particularly captures that very well. I don't know if you had the same opinion. I think the pick attack on the Kemper seems to be a little bit closer to what I'm hearing on the HX Stomp. But yeah, I'd be interested to know your opinion. Does either of those stand out as being particularly close? Does either of those stand out as being worlds better? Obviously the Kemper, I think, got a bit of a raw deal. Certainly people were talking about it like it was Gotcha in that song, you know, they chucked out the records and all that. But you know, you can make your own kind of decision about whether either of those was close. Now if you want to try this tone, I can upload it to the cloud and I can put it in my Kemper folder if you do want it. Obviously the HX Stomp is where it originated. In the Kemper manual it does talk about not necessarily getting great results out of modelling modelers or profiling modelers. That's not really been my experience. I've found that it kind of does a good job. I think maybe the thing is it's kind of very easy to A-B with a modeler versus A-Bing with a real amp and Kemper, so I don't know. But yeah, do you hear anything about that kind of the non-linearity of the note, you know, the way that it changes over time? Do you hear any differences between the two? Did you prefer any of them? Feel free to leave some comments. Is the Kemper still decent? I don't know, I think it is. I've grooving around with the Kemper cabinet as well, so I'm probably going to do some videos on that. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Catch you in another video soon. If you want to like and subscribe, you could. Cheers.